Here DSA become super simple. In today's very first episode, you will solve a classic beginner-friendly array problem. The problem is find maximum element in an array. And the statement is given. You are given an array of integers and your task is to find and return the maximum element from the array. Here we'll see some sample input and output. The input one is given like 3, 9, 2, 5, 1. And you can see the 9 is the max among all. And the input 2, the values are given -1, -3, -10, -2. And -1 is the max element among all. Okay, so to solve this problem, we have to use some approach. Like what approach we can use? We have to think on that. So I have given that some point, we can implement this point going through. Okay, so first of all, we have to initialize a variable max element with the first element of the array. Then we have to traverse the array with the loop. Then you have to use some conditions like if current element is greater than max element, we have to update the max element as a current element. And at last we have written the max element. Here I have written the code. I have written the code in Python. You can use your preferable language. You can use C or Java as per your choice. So I have written here in Python code. Okay, I'll explain the code first. Then I will do a dry run. Then after that we'll solve this same question in our lead code. Okay. Okay, let's go. So I have like used by defined keywords, I have defined the function, the max element in array. Okay, and I've given the in if not array return null. This is for to check the edge case, like whether the array is null or empty, so that we can return. If it is empty, then we can return none, or else we get some error. Here I have just initialized max element equal to array of 0. This is index, nothing but index, because here you can see we having 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, and 4 index. So you can see here we have initialized the 0 index as a max element. And I've used a for loop, like for num in array. This loop through go through each item in the list one by one. Okay, and the num, it takes the value of each element during loop. And I've given the if num is greater than max element and max element equal to num. We'll check for each num. We can check here like is this num greater than our current max element or not. If it is greater than our max element, the max element will be updated with the greatest element. Okay, and at last we return the max element. Okay, so in this code I have used the I have written the time and space complexity here. So time complexity I have taken a big of n because it iterating each of the element. That's why I've taken big of n, and the space complexity I have big of 1 because it's not taking any extra space. Okay, let's do a dry run, then go to the code. Okay, so first of all, as I said, like max element I have taken array of 0 because it's index in the 0 index, so it is I've taken index value is 3 here. So now we'll compare the 3 with the 9 because you can like if num is greater than max element. So max element I have taken array of 0, that is 3, and num is each of the element is nothing but num. So now I'll compare 9 with 3. By comparing we can see yes, 9 is the bigger than 3. So we have written max element equal to num, means the max element equal to 9 now. Okay, similarly we'll compare with 2. We can see here 2 is not bigger than 9, so there is no bigger, right? I've taken no bigger, so there will be no change. Still the max element will be 9. Again I'll compare with 5. So 5 is also lesser than 9, so there will no bigger, so there will also no change. Again the max element will be still 9. And at end I'll compare with 1. So we can see 1 is also lesser than 9. So by running we can say that our result will be 9. Okay, now I'll solve this code in our lead code, and there you can see whether this code is working or not. Okay, just let's see in lead code. Here I've already written the code once, so I'll remove this code for you and I type from beginning and check the code is working or not. Def find max element Okay, up array. Now I'll give the edge case here. If not array, then return none. If the array is null or empty, then it will as a none, so that we avoid the error. Now initialize the max element of index 0. Now we'll do a for loop for num. You've taken num for each element, it iterating each element in array. Okay, now we'll do the condition here. If num is greater than max element, if it is greater than max element, then max element will be num, means it will be updated, it will be updated the maximum element as a, I mean maximum element as a max element. Okay, you mean say whatever the max element will be max, that will be updated as a max element. Max element equal to num. Okay, now I'll return the max element. Okay, and I'll clear this console. Let's check now whether it is working or not. Yeah, so we can see this. We have taken the same examples what I explained you before. You can see that 9 is the max element. So to practice, you can use the lead code playground for to basics to advanced, whatever the code, like you have to practice regularly for this. At last, we will do the recap. Okay, so to solve these questions, I mean this problem, find maximum array. Okay, so we have already covered, like we have covered the approach, then we have taken the code or written code in our lead code, and we have also checked the complexity, means space and time complexity. To solve this problem, we just use a simple loop and the comparison. Okay, and this is a basic skill, like you will need to hard a problem later. You have to check the, I mean, approaches, what approaches you have an approach to solve your harder problems. And yeah, just keep practice to get comfortable with the arrays. And yeah, if this made like, if you make sense, like, yeah, if this made sense, like, you can give a like and subscribe to my channel Make Easy Code for more easy DSA videos. And our next video will be find the minimum element. Yeah, thank you for watching.